Israel identifies 97 captives. Israel's top military spokesperson Daniel Hagari says the army was able to confirm the identities of 97 people taken hostage by Hamas. Israeli officials overseeing the efforts still trying to identify all of those missing or taken captive by the Palestinian militants. In a statement, Gal Hirsch said his office is working to formulate an assessment of the situation and to assist the families of the captives and missing. The searches in the field are continuing and the difficult work of identifying the bodies continues, said Hirsch, a former general who was appointed after the incursion by Hamas on Saturday. An estimated 150 Israelis, many of them civilians, were abducted by the Palestinian militant group on Saturday. UNRWA announces more staff have been killed. The United Nations Organization for Palestine has announced that 12 of its colleagues have been killed since Saturday. "We mourn this loss and are grieving with our colleagues and the families," it wrote on X, adding, UN staff and civilians must be protected at all times. Israeli army names fallen soldiers. The Israel Defense Forces released on Thursday morning the names of 31 soldiers who have been killed since Hamas' surprise attack against Israel on Saturday. From crypto to charity, how is Hamas funded? Hamas' unprecedented attack on Israel last week required huge financial resources. The terrorist group deployed drones, cyber attacks, and between 2,500 and 5,000 rockets in a single day. By comparison, they used the same amount of weaponry over a period of 11 days 2 years ago, suggesting their resources have vastly increased. But as a designated terrorist entity, Hamas is subject to sanctions and has been cut off from the international banking system. Any attempts by the group to raise funds are tackled by global counter-terrorist financing efforts. Hamas was named one of the richest terrorist groups in the world by Forbes in 2014. Their annual turnover back then was estimated to reach as much as $1 billion, 942 million euros, coming from taxes and fees, financial aid and donations. But are these the only sources of their funds? Dozens of Palestinian families wiped out by Israeli strikes. According to the Ministry of Health in Gaza, at least 28 Palestinian families have had all their members killed in the same strike since the start of Israel's bombing campaign. At least 4 Israelis injured in rocket attack. Medics say 4 people have been injured in a rocket attack on the southern Israeli city of Sderot.